Hello everyone, welcome back to channel again. This is Cloud Institution, the best cloud training institution in Bangalore. Today in this video, we're going to see another very important interview question that how can you secure the data in S3? Okay, so as part of security, if you go for a security engineer or if you go for a if you go for a senior solution architect or in security, or in any basic solution architect or initial level or mid-range level. So this kind of a security question they may ask you to make you to make you understand what's the knowledge you get on security point of view in the S3 buckets, okay, and the data. So now the question is, how can you secure the data in S3? Okay, so now the answer for this question is data in S3 can be secured using ACLs, bucket policies and IAM policies. Okay, and encryption can both in transit and rest can be used. Okay, so in bucket, right, so we can see it very easy to read this sentence, but how do you implement it? Okay, for example, if you create a bucket, so click on, so as you see here, so I'm in a bucket, you can click on create bucket. Okay, so the buckets, and then so here, as you can see here, as soon as you're giving a bucket name, for example, I'm giving a simple bucket name, cloud institution, bucket, free. Okay, so now you can also use the ownership using ACLs. This word called access control list. You can just manage the bucket policies in ACLs. And also, in order to secure, so in order to secure, you need to block all the public access for the bucket. This is also another security feature. And next one is that, so the default encryption. So the encryption can be done using the Amazon S3 managed keys or KMS keys. Okay, so we'll be seeing what is KMS keys in the future. Okay, so the KMS key is something like the key management service key that can be used to prevent, and encrypt the data, so on in transit and rest. Okay, what is transit and rest? So the encryption at rest is something, nothing but, the data can be secured and encrypted, so when it has been available in the S3 bucket itself, when it rests, just like, it is resting, right? So what is transit means, so whenever the data has been transferring from one application to another application, for example, if you're accessing the S3 bucket object from EC2 instance, okay, so then that the data object will be transferred from S3 bucket to EC2 instance, right? So then the data will be encrypted during the transit itself. What in transit during the transaction, something like, so during the transfer from one place to another place, right? So from S3 bucket to EC2 instance, when the data is transferred, then that can be encrypted. Okay, so for example, I'm just clicking on so I'm just creating the bucket. So once you create the bucket, you can also see, okay, you can also see the permissions, right? You can go inside the bucket. Okay, so you can go for permissions. Okay, so here there is a bucket policies, right? You can just enable bucket policies to prevent, so who can access your buckets, right? So in the previous videos we have seen, okay, so in the previous videos we have seen, like, so how to uh, in the previous video we have seen how to create bucket policies. If you didn't see this video, please go and check out that video. It'll be really helpful for you to understand, what is bucket policies and how to prevent anybody to, delete the objects and buckets. So I've already posted that particular video. Okay, so these are all the different ways where you can also implement IAM policy, so to define that who can access this bucket as well, right? Okay, so these are all the different ways you can secure the S3 buckets and then objects inside the buckets. Okay, so hope you understand this particular video, guys. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. So we'll be posting lot of important question in the future. So please stay tuned to know more about the videos. Okay, thank you.